What's up, catfish fans? I'm finally back with another one. It is March 18th. It was 26 degrees this morning, so I'm a little late getting out here. The rivers are extremely high. We usually put the boat in. I don't know if y'all can see. Let's see which way. That blue piece of plastic out there on that bush. We usually put the boat in down there. So the water is extremely high. I do have a plan. We're gonna run up to the WG Huxtable Pumping Plant. There is a wall out there about 150 yards off of the pumping plant. And when I was there the other day, water was just boiling through, and I'm hoping those fish will be stacked behind that wall. But anyway, that's enough jabbering. Let's go find out. So just to give you an idea, right here where I'm scanning now, the water, the depth here 3 weeks ago was 26 feet. So we just went over a spot that was 43 feet. Actually, the spot that was 43 feet was where it was 26 feet. So it was shallower than that here. Anyway, that's how much she's up. And I think it's going to be a tough day. I think it's going to be tough. It's cold. The wind is kicking. I know it's going to be a tough day for filming, but I believe we just might find some fish. They've got her wide open. Looks like all the pumps may be running. Can't really, no, maybe not all of them. No, not all of them. But anyway, the water's churning pretty good. I'm gonna get on the depth finder over here and find this wall that I'm talking about. Let's see what's behind it. All right, so unfortunately, I'm a little shy on bait today. I did find some fish out here. There's a 53-foot hole right here behind us. The transom of the boat is setting over about 42 feet, and it just gradually falls in. Excuse me. There are a few fish out there. I marked one fish that looked pretty good, like he had some size to him. But with these gates open and the pumps running, there's no telling what may come through there and come down. So we're gonna set up here. I'm only gonna put 4 rods out. I'm gonna put out 2 live baits and 2 cut baits to start with, and then we'll go from there. This rod here just got hammered. I don't even have them all out yet. I'm not sure if he still got it or not. This is the live bait. I believe he's on there. Let's see. He may not be by the time I get done messing around here. And he turned it. I'm gonna say that was a big flathead that done that. Man, he nailed that bait, nearly killed it. But when I turned around, he had that rod just bent over, and when I got it rolled in, I kind of hooked him bad, and the hook had turned back into its to the bait. So I put him back down, but I probably won't leave him long. Like I said, he nearly killed the bait. Live bait may be the ticket. Uh-oh. No, that could have been the boat moving. I'm getting gun shy now. Let me get my other camera set up. I don't want to miss these takedowns. All right, so I just had a dang disaster. My spot lock just quit. It just shut off. I had a drift sock out, so it immediately started pulling the boat at an angle, pulled all my lines together, which luckily I only broke off one line. But anyway, I've got the anchor out now, got the drift sock back out to somewhat hold us straight. This water's boiling in here, so it's gonna be hard. But anyway, got everything fixed up. We're anchored more solid now. Got the rods back out, so hopefully we stay on spot this time and we'll get us a fish. Thanks to Fat Cat Live Wells, I can have me some hot coffee all day today. Turns out if you buy a live well from him, I guess you get one of these, a hat, several stickers, And the coffee, it's been a couple of hours and it's still hot as it can be, so I think it's a pretty good one. There we go. We got a fish on it right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, he's coming right into that sock. I'm gonna try to work him back around. Pretty good fish, I believe. I can't do nothing with him yet. Oh no, did he turn loose? Wow. He let go. Just like that. Oh. He let go. It just ain't my day. That's frustrating, to say the least. That's two fish in a row. That one big takedown, the hook turned back into the bait, didn't hook him. And with that one, I've been running my drag a little more loose since I got my line broke a couple times. And I don't know, I guess it was just too loose. Wasn't a gar. The bait wasn't all chewed up, so I don't know. That's two good fish. I lost both of them. All right, so just pulled up everything, pulled anchor, coming down here to pick Logan up at the boat ramp. And we're gonna come back up here and set up again. I've gone about 45 minutes there with no bite. After that last takedown, there's a few fish right there. But anyway, I'm gonna pick him up. We're gonna pull back up here, move over a little bit, set up almost in the same place I was just set up in, just over about 50, 60 feet. And we'll give that about an hour, and then we're gonna run down, to where this meets the new channel, and we'll scan that real good and see what's happening down there. All right, y'all, so I decided to call it a day. I had an interesting trip today. One time I know what happened, but I hooked up with two really good fish up near the pumping station. Lost both of them. One of them, the bait, or the hook turned back into the bait. I know what happened there. The next one, I think I know what happened. I think my drag was too loose and it just didn't get good penetration. And when I really started pulling on him, it popped off. I know I got that one on video. I don't think I got the first one on video. Well, then we moved, and the last spot that we set up on had something really weird happen. So we sat there and watched this rod for about 5 minutes, just doing this number here. And I'm thinking, you know, current or something's on it, or, you know, there's leaves, you know, not fish, but maybe leaves or something has got on the line, and it's just pulling the rod down. Well, all of a sudden it just pulls over and stays there, and we're not, you know, the boat's not moving, we're anchored up solid, everything. So I go back there and get a hold of the rod, and I immediately think it's hung up. I've got a little bit of footage here as it's going on. I don't know what's on the other end of this rod, but it's moving and it's taking drag with me just sitting here holding it. I thought I was hung up, but then it started pulling back every now and then. So it's either a big tree limb that's pulling back against me, which it don't feel like it, because every now and then it's, but then it starts pulling back and just ease and drag out of the reel, you know, going down. And maybe I got some of that on camera too. I don't know what's going on here. I was just getting ready to try to break it off, and it started pulling drag.
We didn't see no trees.
And it came upriver whenever it was bouncing. That's the part that's getting me. It's up farther than it should have been. After a few minutes of this, all of it's not on camera. I was back and forth with the camera because I would think I was hung up, and then I would think it was a fish. So after a few minutes of that, we decided to pull anchor and maybe try to let the boat go. We let the boat go. Meanwhile, let me back up a little bit. This line, I casted it about 60 feet behind the boat. Somehow or another, it winds up back up here right beside the boat, which should have been a dead giveaway that this was a giant fish instead of a snag. But in my mind, I'm still hung up. I can't move it. But why every now and then does it start going down and pulling drag out of the reel, right? So we turned the boat loose without really thinking. We didn't have a game plan in play for when we turned the boat loose. Either somebody on the outboard or the trolling motor down to stop the boat when we needed to. The current was running, you know, hard. So just as the boat's passing, I feel it start giving right before the line breaks. So, you know, was it a 90-100 pound catfish? Was it a small catfish? Maybe wrap me up around something. This is what I'm thinking. We spent about 20 minutes there with the clear view down imaging, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Never marked any trees, never marked anything like that. The only thing we marked was what looked like a giant fish laying on the bottom of the river. So I think I messed up today. But anyway, like I said, I got a little bit of it on video. Some of it I didn't because I thought I was hung up. But the end result me and Logan both came up with was that I messed up on a giant fish. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. If you haven't liked the video, please hit the like button. I'll see you on the next one.